Yo, what's up guys? Today I want to talk about a game that's got me hyped up like crazy lately, called Ark Raiders. I've been a super big fan of extraction shooters and grinded games like Tarkov and the Cycle Frontier, and I truly believe this might be the one to carry this genre. Going forward, we finally have something that feels polished with promise backed by devs I trust. So let's dive into why Ark Raiders might be my new life's game. Before we go into this, let me introduce myself. Many of you guys might not know me. I used to be an ex-pro in Marble Rivals and I recently quit. I'm also someone who's constantly in top of 100 leaderboards in most games I play. Weird flex, I know, but it's kinda cool. I stream and upload daily and I'm looking forward for this game so much to be one of my absolute favorite main games to play for the month or upcoming months. With all that said, let's get into the video. What makes Ark Raiders so special? For years, extraction shooters have been a niche, hard to balance, loaded with grind and frustrating barriers. We've had gems, but rarely ones that hit all the notes, and some sinking to hackers. I've sunk thousands of hours into Tarkov and the Cycle Frontier and more. I know what works, what grinds, what kills fun. Ark Raiders promises PvPvE, you versus environment plus you versus players, in third person. Now personally, I hope they add a new game mode where it's first person only, just to test it out and see how it performs, but honestly I'm not too worried and I think it's a nice new twist into the extraction shooter genre to add third person. I really am invested in how this is gonna work out in the future, but so far it looks really good. The game is being built in Unreal Engine 5, which gives it visual edges. Also, cross-platform multiplayer, solo queue matchmaking. You won't be forced into fights against full squads when you play solo, because it tries to match you up with solo/duo lobbies more than stacked trio lobbies. Developed by Embark Studios, same studios that have worked on the finals. It used to be premised as a free-to-play co-op, but later reworked into PvP/PvE extraction. Embark has shown community engagement, they've hosted tech tests, listened to feedback, and adjusted balances. But also they faced criticism. For example, the finals got review bombed partly due to Ark Raiders' marketing strategies. One Reddit thread mentions that a dev has played the game while discussing internal thoughts, the system, future content and more, and what works and what doesn't. They've publicly said they do not intend to enforce mandatory wipes, so that means wiping players' progression each season. So I'm excited and scared at the same time to see how they'll manage to do this and keep the lifespan of the game up. We're suspecting something like a ranked game mode, like ranked system. I'm not sure though, we'll just have to wait and see. Hope they do it well though. Let's talk about hype. Ark Raiders is 8th most wishlisted on Steam. That's huge. The community is active. Reddit posts like "Will Server Slam have crossplay?" show people speculating and hype. But there's some backlash. Some forums say you all hyped this up and now disappointed. Or the developers killed the hype with confusing marketing. Same on the Steam discussion page. "Congratulations, you killed Ark Raiders hype." One post says, claiming marketing missteps dampened expectations. So basically what these guys are talking about is earlier this year Embark tested a countdown that made everyone think Ark Raiders will drop at Summer Game Fest. But this was just a teaser, not a release, and a lot of the community got hyped and frustrated at the same time. But obviously that was in the past, and I'm pretty sure they've done a lot to fix up their mistakes or compensate. Key features and what to expect. The devs have promised multiple maps, zones and environments, and more content is promised at launch. Now I'm not sure what kind of content they've promised here, but from the looks of it, it looks like they're looking to extend the game's playability by a lot. They've promised that they will be adding more maps, zones and environments on top of advancing the enemy's AI, as well as add more content. Now I'm not sure what kind of content they're exactly looking at, maybe more guns, quests, level up, and maybe even a ranked mode. Now what to expect, the devs have promised that they will be balancing out the game by a ton, as they've taken a lot of feedback from Tech Test 2, So that is something to look forward to. They've also mentioned that they will be buffing SMGs as they felt very underwhelming in the tech test, as well as nerf some burst weapons because burst was very strong in the tech test, especially against how the armor works in this game, which gives damage reduction. That's why burst took over SMGs by so much. And apparently, based on an article, it's also friendly to solo players. If you play solo matchmaking, it's supposed to pair you up with other solos rather than squads. Now, I do believe in that, as the feedback has also been somewhat relative to that statement. Plus, they're including an open server slam at October 17th till 19th across all platforms. No pre-registrations needed. Progress won't carry over, but there's an exclusive cosmetic reward. So that's absolutely insane. The fact that that game is willing to just give out their game for 2 days just like that for everyone to play and try out without any entry fee, any pre-registration, and on top of that, no NDA, so you can make content however you want, whenever you want. And the actual launch date is actually on October 30th, so it's just 11 days after the slam test. Devs say they'll grow, evolve, support more locations, gears, exploration over time. So I'm looking forward for this dev team, as they seem to be very, very reliable in what they say and promise. My vision and commitment. Here's what I'm betting on. I'm betting on that Ark Raiders becomes one of my main games for months. I'm very hoping that that's the case. I'll also be streaming my best runs, do guides, clips, insane moments, and talk about the meta. I want to see a healthy player base from day one, so the matchmaking is fast, the server stable, and the economy is balanced. And I'm hoping to see a ton of content on this game and a lot of replayability. On the other hand, I am a little bit scared of the replayability aspect of the game, but I'm just gonna have to trust the devs on this. I also hope the community fosters collaborations, no toxicity. I want positive spaces to talk about loot, builds, strategies, secrets, and more. So I'm very much looking forward to the community for this game. Ark Raiders is the extraction shooters I've been waiting for, with devs I believe in, open tests, strong promises, and community engagement potential is there, and I'm super excited. This is literally the game I've been waiting for my whole life. I am so excited. Finally, we've got an extraction shooter that actually has hype behind it and insane potential. I am looking forward for this game's future so much, and I hope you are as well. If you're pumped to, hit subscribe. We'll ride the journey together. Drop in comments your hopes, your fears, what you think of this game, and I'll read every one of them and see what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Ark Raiders is almost out. Let's go!